Archangel Michael, being the love and peace, as 2025 approaches. In the last few months, from August to November, you have been through huge upgrades in your light body, and the human angel template, in your DNA. You have activated your holographic transmission abilities, and your time traveler awareness. Now it is time to rest up a little and just be the light of the world. This means you are the love and peace of the new earth in embodied form. The heart and the vertical axis, and the necessity of being grounded. At this time you will need to be fully present in the now and aligned with your vertical axis. This is the alignment between earth and heaven, within your human angel template, that includes all 12 chakras. On the material level these are the chakras, below the heart chakra, and includes also the earth star chakra, and the new earth chakra. On the higher level this includes the chakras, above the heart including the high heart, and the soul star chakra, and the solar and galactic chakras. When this alignment is active, it is necessary to be grounded and focused in the now so as to keep your balance at all times. Grounding practices can include being in nature or at the ocean, walking in a forest or a meadow, or simply gardening at home, or spending time with friends and family, or undertaking simple practices like space clearing and decluttering at home. Holding your inner light. As you move through December and into 2025, there will be many challenges, as the chaos on the lower levels that affect the lives of many people. This comes in the form of extreme weather, social conflict, and even wars. Beloved ones, you are here as illumined souls to hold the light for the collective consciousness so that it may manifest within humanity. You are light embodied. That light that you hold within your heart and soul can radiate, and illuminate, and lighten all the dark and heavy spaces in the global consciousness. It can show many the way home to higher consciousness. We are one in divine love and grace. What you can do in the month of December. Dearest ones, we would suggest that in your daily meditations, that you include a gratitude practice, not only for yourself, but also for the planet. Be aware of deep gratitude for your planetary home, and send it gratitude for the way in which it supports your life: air to breathe, water to drink, and food to eat, and whatever else you wish to include. We suggest also a daily prayer of blessing, or a blessing practice, in which you bless all living beings on earth with love and compassion. You can make this a brief prayer/blessing that you do at least 3 times a day, sending love, light, and blessings. Beloveds, this is such a powerful practice. And now, we ask that you let this love, light, and compassion move into the collective consciousness of the planet, together with forgiveness and releasing. As you heal yourselves by becoming aware of trauma and mistaken beliefs, and then forgiving yourself and releasing negative energies, so this can also be achieved in the collective. As you heal and transform, you empower the deep collective to heal and transform. You are one. As you heal, you empower healing within the collective. And this is simply done by being who you are, a light to the world. We are one in the love and grace of divine love. Each one of you holding space for love, peace, and beauty within yourself and on earth. Blessed be. The last hurdle for humanity and the collective consciousness. The time has come for humanity to heal its connection with the soul of the earth and the soul of God within. This is the hurdle that humanity faces before it can enter the new earth frequencies. Humanity's disconnect with the universe has created an age based on a false reality/false program that is not sustainable in the near future. These false realities cannot evolve or ascend with the universe as Earth speeds forward into a new phase within infinite creation, the great ocean, the great void. The core challenge with humanity is that it is anchored in the mind. The mind is a limited linear reality, compiled only of past experience based on the current lifetime and ancestral lineages, and is anchored in the ego. The course correction the universe is now making is placing the earth, the cosmos, and humanity back in alignment with the omniperspective spherical heart. The universe does not operate from divisions or biases, but humanity's mind does. Humanity has a rigid mental attachment to its beliefs and positions to feel safe in a constantly changing universe. Of course, this mindset is not sustainable, and it's kept the human collective from accessing the creative universe as a whole. When humans function on Earth with self-limiting cognitive biases, they also hamper their ability to connect with the infinite universal creative realms and realities beyond Earth consciousness that are opening to humanity now. They are essentially blocking their ability to have contact. As the acceleration continues, humanity will automatically and subconsciously feel unsafe out of habit, and they will move back into the mind and begin the endless mental speculation regarding their fears and rapidly changing surroundings. It is a primal reaction that will never bring anyone closer to the truth or bring them peace. As humanity tires of its primal fear, they will be able to heal their mental and emotional triggers, only to realize that their hearts have been begging to be fully acknowledged and valued. The fact is that the only safe place to live in a human form is by trusting one's heart. All must learn to master and quiet the mind and drop back down into the heart. Once humanity masters the mind, there will be no triggers, and they will lose the need to be biased. When outside frequencies cannot trigger them, they cannot be manipulated or limited by the crumbling programs of the past cycle. Humanity will realize they are not victims as they have been programmed to believe. They will know they are divine aspects of God. This divine plan will unfold no matter what anyone believes, anticipates, or does to protect themselves. No elected leader can accelerate or hamper this unfolding. This time is much bigger than humanity's limited biases and inflated egos. Every step of this process will be a great surprise to all as it unfolds. This time is when humanity will be elevated into a new world without the contaminated memories or wounds linked through past reincarnations. The future is pristine, unknown, and unwritten, yet oddly familiar to our open hearts. You will remember you have been here before. You are very deep into this transformation now. The old programs will struggle to survive as you continue this major course correction. Humanity's ability to connect externally to many perspectives through the internet has created an unusual, unique challenge that has never been faced before. This also creates a monumental source of cognitive bias, only because of the unmastered mind. All external media will feed the untamed primal mind, and unconsciously it's designed to try to brainwash the consumer and disconnect them from the soul of the earth and the soul of God within. The ones creating content, no matter how good their intentions, can manufacture within you incredibly limiting cognitive biases based on their agendas. They are dividing humanity. Most are still playing at this age-old division mind game and don't know it. They are in a hall of mirrors. They are asleep, dreaming they are awake. But this is all going to begin to change. External media sources use trauma bonding techniques to keep listeners believing in their agendas. When one believes any external news source exclusively and assumes all others are untrue, this one is biased and blinded to the greater unfolding of the divine plan. They are operating from fear that their reality will be shaken. Many become dependent on these sources, and will continue to need them to feel safe. These media sources need to win you over, and they hope that you lose your ability to respond to life from the purity of your soul of God within. They live to feed off your precious God source energy by keeping you triggered and divided. They keep you anchored in your limited mind. This is simply the old cycle programming struggling to survive. Once you master your mind, you cannot lose your ability to be an unbiased witness to all perspectives on earth, without losing connection to the soul of the earth and the soul of God within. Humanity was designed to be all-knowing. You will remember that you are in a contaminated, crumbling world, but you are not of it. You were built for the future. You realize that not listening to your heart has always caused you great pain and suffering. This time, your heart is asking you not only to listen to it, but also to act on those feelings. This is a major shift from the past cycle where people reacted from the mind and primal fear for survival and only dropped into the heart when they felt safe. The laws of nature are changing. The way to true survival, peace, and harmony in the new cycle is to listen to and react from the heart, no matter what outside sources are projecting. The great unfolding is happening. And it will be a profoundly humbling experience for every living being on Earth. As we move from primal survival to heart knowing, many still may act like victims, pointing fingers and saying, "They have lied to us," instead of realizing they have grown beyond a cycle of time that once was truth. Many feel they have found a like-minded community in these limiting and biased perspectives, and adamantly defend them, even if it alienates many around them. These biased views keep many anchored in the past cycle, feeding the past with their energy. This part of the shift, from what was to what will be, is only temporary. In the new frequencies, truth cannot and will not divide, it will unite. You are never victims of the system of the passing cycle. You are simply evolving past those particular truths. You are divine beings connected to the infinite universe, and stardust is coursing through your veins. You are on this earth as it is, and you can live in harmony even with all the falling systems around you, knowing this is only a means to an end. Your awakened, unified, harmonious presence on earth will help elevate the world. You are so very close to the tipping point, and you can feel this in your heart and soul. All it will take is a small group of humble, heart-centered human unified beings who, unexpectedly, without biased intentions or mind-based anticipation, will finally burst humanity's illusory bubble with a simple act from pure heart. Once the bubble bursts, the complete transformation will be nearly instantaneous for humanity. The future time will bring all life back to its center point, and will return to the soul of the creation. You will return to the soul of God within. A necessary side note to this message. Ascended Masters have shared for a long time that it's essential to know what's going on in the world so that you know how and when to spend your energy wisely. We can learn what's going on in the world by witnessing news broadcasts, but not ingesting them. Spending your energy wisely can mean withdrawing your energy from all divisive things in the world, or consciously adding your energy, love, and attention to things that would benefit humanity. Ascended Master teaching suggests that we starve the negatives in the world without giving it any attention, and feed the positives with our consciously placed intention. If we do not stay in touch with what's happening in the world, we will not know where to spend our energy appropriately. Life Tapestry Creations, New World, New Rewards. Dear Owns, perhaps you are concerned that nothing has changed within your being, or the outside world, that despite your best attempts to shift the earth from fear to love, you did not complete the task, that you have failed. Even though nothing could be further from the truth, the messages relayed through your media, within your friendship circles, and even within you seem to confirm your failure. Your life is not changing that much. Your friends continue to remind you how confusing and fearful their lives are. And you are angry that most, if not all, of your recent fears continue to pop up despite a few instances of joy. You are exhausted both by all you have achieved spiritually, and the lack of indicators that you have achieved much of anything. You are tired, angry, and fearful. Many of you cross bridges of no return professionally and personally, expecting that shifting the earth from fear to love would result in instant gratification. Such has not been true for most of you. You have forgotten or ignored that your transition is a process instead of a lottery ticket. That is not to say you cannot win the finances you crave via a lottery ticket, but instead, more avenues are opening daily to close the fear gaps you experienced. Many of you continue to depend on 3D solutions for beyond 3D issues. What was is no longer including problem solving. Your immediate responses, if what used to be possible is not necessarily possible now, where are my magic wands? We of the universes can only respond that rewards tied to 3D financially, physically, and spiritually are rapidly disappearing, only to be replaced by beyond 3D solutions. Of course, many of you ignore the idea of new rewards, or joyful experiences, that are not part of what was. You cannot envision anything new that is equally as gratifying as your 3D dreams. Float into your new actions, thoughts, dreams, and wishes. Nothing is as it was. And as you whine, cry, complain, dream, and wish for what was, including 3D rewards, realize that doing so is no different than when you wished you could drink milk from your baby bottle instead of a glass that was awkward to hold as a toddler, but completely right as you matured. What was is no more, including your hope for or expected rewards. Such is true for those remaining in 3D, and those beyond 3D. The rewards created in 3D, that perpetuated fear I have more, or am better or greater than you, disappear as 3D Earth disappears. The same is true for the rewards expected before an ecosystem changes. Perhaps one crop yielded all a family required to sustain themselves until that crop was no longer viable. Families then needed to relocate or find a different crop for the new ecosystem. The Earth's ecosystem is rapidly dissolving. What was is no more. Those remaining of 3D will fight for fewer rewards that are no longer viable in this new Earth. Those of you beyond 3D will create new rewards designed to best fit your needs. Many of you are concerned that financial resources will disappear or be lost in this transition. And so they will. Even though a few may maintain their financial dominance for the time being, financial dominance will lose potency as others find new and more uniquely tailored rewards that allow them to experience whatever they wish. Just as you have shifted internally without a great deal of fanfare, so too will your rewards shift without much effort on your part. What was is no longer, including how you reward yourself in your new world. Your 3D rewards were based on shoulds and groupthink instead of individualized. No longer will you demand a bigger house or specific job title as a reward. No longer will you demand X number of dollars to feel secure. You will now create what you need when you need it despite what you experienced in 3D. Of course, many of you are questioning our comments. Who does not want to have millions of dollars, a better job, or the perfect relationship, children, or friends? 3D dreams were based on who you should be. Your new dreams will create your perfect life because of who you are. So be it. Amen. Subscribe to or access Brenda's blog. To receive the free weekly Brenda's blog, subscribe via WordPress.com or read Brenda's weekly channel blog at lifetapestrycreations.com. Source arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.